Protein, protein, protein. Let's talk about protein shakes. Hey y'all, this video has been a very long time coming, and I'm finally getting a chance to make it. It's been so long coming because I wanted to have my actual favorites here with me, and all at one time, I should say, and it's not looking like that's gonna happen, so I will just go ahead and make the video with the ones that I do have, and whichever ones I don't, I will try to insert a picture if I remember, but they'll definitely get mentioned. So let's go ahead and get started. I of course had weight loss surgery. You definitely have to make sure that you are getting enough protein after you have had this surgery, and so I have been experimenting with several different brands, and I found a few that really work for me. While we all know there are tons of protein shakes on the market, for me it's very difficult because although I haven't been officially diagnosed, and I also don't believe it's as extreme or pronounced, I think I'm slightly or moderately lactose intolerant, and so therefore a lot of the proteins really don't sit well with me. I can't really comfortably enjoy many protein shakes, so I often have to try and find non-dairy protein shakes, and for me that's been kind of difficult. So I do a lot of looking online, and I do a lot of ordering online, but in the local store that I really have a hard time finding some. The few that I have found though have definitely become some of my favorites. But with that being said, let me talk about a protein shake that I used to enjoy pre-op, and it made it to the favorites list, but this one would be classified as my fourth favorite. So I'll be discussing 4 different brands, and the thing is, it's Atkins. Let's just go ahead and get it out there. My 4th favorite brand of protein shakes comes from Atkins. Now, with that being said, I used to love Atkins protein shakes. Prior to weight loss surgery, when I was, trying to eat like I had some sense or follow some sort of nutrition plan, I would opt for the Atkins brand of shakes. But with that, although I have 4 favorite brands, there aren't many flavors within those brands that I enjoy. So with that being said, my absolute favorite shake pre-op was Atkins Dark Chocolate Royale. OMG, I was so addicted to that. Now they have 2 that I like. The Dark Chocolate Royale was definitely number 1, but a close second was the Atkins French Vanilla. I love both of those. I don't know, maybe I just have very weird taste buds, but all protein shakes are not made equally. All of them are created equally. All of them don't taste the same, and so with my palate, they're just, a lot of them taste horrible. These are the 2 though that I could stomach and I enjoyed the taste of. And so what I like the most about them, aside from the taste definitely being one of the things, was the price. The price and the convenience with which I could find them. They're always very easy to find. You can find those in addition to finding those at, of course, your local grocery stores and retailers. You can find those in like your drug stores or your little convenience stores. So they're super convenient to find. But post-op, even though I still tried the Dark Chocolate Royale, it just wouldn't sit too well with me, and it would make me like overly gassy, sometimes nauseous, like it felt like it wanted to come back up, and so I would just feel very queasy, and so I had to minimize my use of those. I will use them occasionally if I can't find something else, because it's not as bad as it was. That feeling isn't as bad as it was in the beginning. It's gotten a little better. However, I found others, so I don't drink it that often. So yeah, the Atkins brand is my fourth favorite. Now, another brand similar in the sense of convenience to Atkins that I like is the Premier Protein. I believe I started drinking the Premier Protein pre-op, but only right before surgery. So like literally my 2-week pre-op diet, I believe, is when I started drinking Premier Protein. Now, the thing with Premier Protein, what I like about them, one, I said, is the convenience. Just like you can find the Atkins brand almost anywhere, you can find the Premier Protein almost anywhere. Additionally, what I really liked in terms of flavors, there are only certain flavors within all of these brands that I enjoy. And so with the Premier Protein, my favorite flavors are the strawberries and cream and the bananas and cream. I love both of those flavors. The good thing, in addition to the convenience, is two things. The price. I believe in my opinion, the Premier Protein and the Atkins Royale are probably two of the most affordable convenient protein shakes, I will say, that I can find, and so I love that about them. But more importantly, I believe the best offering of the Premier Protein brand is the amount of protein within the shake. They typically have approximately, and let me be clear, when I'm talking about these shakes, I'm talking about the pre-made shakes, the ready-made shakes, because one thing I've learned is that the pre-made formulas and the self-prepared formulas, or the powders, are not necessarily the same formula. And so in many of the brands that you can buy pre-made versus the powder, they're two totally different formulas, and as such they may have lower protein content in the powder as opposed to those of the shakes. So I'm speaking specifically about the pre-made shakes in this video. Okay, so continuing on what I was saying, I love the fact that these shakes have typically 30 grams of protein, because it's extremely hard for a patient who has undergone weight loss surgery to consume, food period, liquids period. And so oftentimes the surgeons or the nutritionists will have these very exorbitant protein numbers that they want you to hit, and in the early days it's almost impossible. I think it is impossible, to be honest. However, it's a lot more manageable, and you can get a lot closer to your numbers if you drink the shakes with the highest amounts of protein, which is what I still do now when I get the pre-made shake. So the price and the convenience in terms of ease to find, as well as the high protein, those are the reasons that, to me, the Premier Protein brand made it to my list, and those are my third favorite. So before I found my new number one favorite, this brand I'm going to tell you about now was my number one favorite. I just recently found my new number one, which knocked this one now to number two. So my second favorite brand of pre-made protein shakes would be the Total Lean GNC Total Lean Shake. When I did stumble upon this brand, I was just overjoyed. I was so overjoyed for several reasons. Now, first of all, my absolute favorite flavor with the lean shakes is a limited edition flavor. It is called cookie butter. Y'all, if you have never tried the cookie butter, I urge you to find it. But that's the hard part. It's sometimes impossible to find. You can't find it in stores. Sometimes you can't find it online. Again, it's limited edition, so they only carry it at certain times. I'm not going to say at certain parts of the year, because sometimes it'll just randomly pop up. But I remember when I first heard the big brouhaha about the cookie butter, I wanted to taste it so bad. So I literally rode all over town, 2 different cities, to be honest, looking for this flavor. They were nearby cities, and I could not find it to save my life. It wasn't in stock online, and then finally it was. So something just told me I would like it, and I ordered, I think, 2 cases of it at first, either 1 or 2 cases. And it's a 4-pack, but a case has 3 4-packs in it, so a case is 12. I'm looking over there because I have some now. So anywho, when I first tried it, I was just like, oh, like it was perfect. It was so, the flavor is so delicious. Going back to the Premier Protein, what I don't like about them is the fact that most of these contain artificial sweeteners, but some artificial sweeteners are more pronounced in taste than others, and they're very pronounced in Premier Protein. So let me be clear about that. You can tell that they're artificially sweetened or artificial flavorings. With the lean shakes, however, they don't come across that way to me. The taste was so smooth, and it was just, it's delicious. Like, so I have it right here. Try to put it up close, and I might even try to put a picture in if I can. But yeah, this is the cookie butter, and I was looking for it a few weeks ago. Go figure, it was not in stock online. I went to the local GNC, they didn't have it, and then all of a sudden we went to, because our local GNC right now where I am is at the mall. So a few weeks ago they didn't have it. Well, we randomly ended up at the mall a few days ago actually. And yeah, last week, and we were just walking in GNC just to kill some time, and it was there, and I screamed in the store. It was so funny. I screamed and I scared the sales girl, because I was just like, ah! I either gasped really loud or I screamed, or I don't know. So she turned around and I was like, I'm so sorry, I'm just super excited. Like, this brand really does that to me. So if you've never tasted this flavor, I should say, this particular flavor, cookie butter, you have to try it. It's so good. Oh my goodness. So anywho, now with this particular brand, in addition to cookie butter, which is my #1 favorite, they have other flavors that I like a lot. Like vanilla latte is good, and they have a bananas and cream, which is good. Now what I like about the bananas and cream is if you freeze it briefly, like maybe 10 or 15 minutes, and then take it out and shake it up, it's slushy, but if you shake it up good and you shake the ice out of it, it thickens, and it reminds me of banana pudding. And I'm a southern girl, I'm a country girl, so if you from the country and you like banana pudding, you would love the lean shake bananas and cream. At least I think you would, because I do. The vanilla latte is good, and another limited edition. A lot of their flavors are, well, some of their flavors are limited edition, which I really don't like, because the limited edition flavors are flavors that you usually do end up liking, but you can't get them, so they aren't convenient. That's a con about the lean shakes. The ones that you usually end up liking the most, you can't get because they're limited edition flavors. So the other limited edition flavor that's pretty good is the orange cream. And I tried that, and I thought it was going to be reminiscent of like an orange sickle or a creamsicle or orange sherbet bar. It comes in many different names, but it's orange on the outside, and then it's like this white creamy stuff on the inside. It's so good. I thought it was gonna taste like that, but it didn't. You could taste a little like hint of orange essence or orange zest or whatever they put in it, but to me it was just more so like a vanilla latte, which I like. I like that vanilla latte. Another pro about them is their, again, high in protein, something, you know, very important on my list of needs. However, I think the best thing about them is that they are lactose free, which, like I stated earlier, I struggle finding decent lactose free shakes that I like, or I struggle to find them, period. So yeah, they are high protein and they are lactose free. So some of the cons, in addition to not being able to get the ones you really like the most, is that if they're not on sale, they can be somewhat pricey. To me, like for a 4-pack is like $10, whereas the Atkins or the Premier Pro is probably like $6.98, $7, you know, for the most part, $7 or $8. So I think $10 is, it can be pricey, but usually GNC has them on sale. So you buy one, get one for 50% off, which typically, you know, helps a lot. It takes the price down to like what, $7.50 or something like that, I think. Yeah, like $7.50, $8. So in order to get the discount, you have to buy 2 at once. But yeah, that's my number 2 favorite brand, but it was number 1. Okay, so drum roll please. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, this is surprising to me because 1, this is a brand that I recently stumbled upon, and 2, it's a brand that I've heard so many negative things about. So it's surprising to me that it is now my number 1 favorite shake, but it is, or my number 1 favorite brand of shakes, but like I said, it is. And that would be Muscle Milk. Yeah, I was super shocked as well. I don't know how. Well, I do know how. One day, like I said, I prefer non-dairy or lactose-free shakes. So I was looking for more shakes, and I saw the Muscle Milk. I've seen Muscle Milk multiple times. I've even tried it before, but the flavor that I tried, I wasn't a big fan of. It was like knockout chocolate or something. I think it was knockout chocolate. Didn't really like it because it was very sweet, extremely sweet. And so I was like, I'll drink it, but I don't, you know, I'm not a big fan of it. Well, went to the store again, saw this particular flavor. This particular flavor is Coffee House Mocha Latte Coffee House. Now, the thing with this is I'm not even a big coffee fan, which is another reason why I was so shocked that I ended up liking this. However, since I've been in Texas, I have become addicted to this particular type of coffee called Texas Pecan. It's, that's a whole nother video, but yeah, I have it almost every morning now. So, although I'm not a coffee drinker per se, like I wasn't somebody addicted to coffee before, and I don't think I'm addicted now. I like it a lot. But anyway, I've never liked cold coffee. So, I bought this. I was like, I'm gonna try it anyway. I'm gonna try it. I bought it, and the first time I drank it, I didn't like it. But I posted about this on Instagram. I did not like it because it was lukewarm. I put it in, I refrigerated it briefly, and maybe like 30 minutes something later, I tried it and it was But the next morning, I put the entire 4-pack in the fridge. The next morning, I tried one. And I've been hooked ever since, y'all. I mean, it's been a wrap ever since. The taste is so good. It does not make my stomach hurt. I don't get gassy. I do get full, but I get full because, again, a pro of it is they have a very decent amount of protein in it, especially this particular one. This one has 20 grams of protein. And so in my book, anything, especially as far as a protein shake that has more than like 15 grams is a really good, you know, amount of protein. But there's another one, which I guess you can say they're both, you know, it's a tie for which one I like best. The vanilla cream is also delicious to me. But vanilla cream has 25, I don't know if y'all can see that, but vanilla cream has 25 grams of protein per shake in the pre-mixed version. And I love the taste of this one as well. I just have to drink them really cold. And so it surprised me, like I said, that muscle milk ended up being my favorite flavor, but muscle milk is definitely my favorite flavor. In addition to the taste and the fact that they have a decent amount of protein and they are non-dairy, the cost, they're reasonably priced. And now, one con about the mocha latte is I've been hearing that you can't really find it too often. I'm lucky because of the area I'm in right now, so I make sure that I get them almost every time I see them. But I was hit up on Instagram several times, but I can't find it, and so I don't even think I saw it on their website. So I don't understand that. I guess someone would have to email the retailers or email the website to find out, you know, hey, where do I find this particular brand? But where I am right now in West Texas, I love it. I'm addicted. The flavor is just so good. If you like cold coffee or iced coffee, please try the now mocha latte. I have not tried the vanilla latte. They also have a vanilla latte, not the vanilla cream. They have a coffee house vanilla latte. I have not tried that one, but the mocha latte coffee house, OMG, y'all, it's so good. So my only cons with this would be, like I said, the artificial sweeteners and the fact that you really can't find it too often. So I mean, these, in my opinion, I feel like they are the best protein shakes for patients who have had VSG or weight loss surgery. But I mean, even if you're following like a high protein diet, or you want like a meal replacement, these things will get you full. I mean, they will get you full. They will get you right. So anywho, let me know what are some of your favorite shakes. I know everybody's taste buds are totally different and everybody does not like the same thing. So if you've tried any of the brands or flavors that I've mentioned, let me know what you think about them. If you do like them, if you don't like them, I would love to know. And if you haven't done so already, don't forget to subscribe and turn the notifications on. And I will catch you in the next video. Bye.